What's up guys, it is PowerBlastX here, back with another video. Today, I'll be installing Windows XP on modern hardware. XP was released back in 2001, and the computer I'll be using is the Dell Latitude 5500, released in 2019. It has Intel 8th Gen, 16GB of RAM, Intel UHD 620 and Radeon 540X graphics, Uefi Class 3 firmware, USB 3.1, nvme storage, modern ACPI, and I2C inputs. XP is over 18 years older than this computer. Previously on this channel, I tried to get Windows Longhorn on here, but it was just impossible and I even had to end up switching to a different computer. This is my first attempt. I will start with CSMWrap. It is an EFI application that allows you to put legacy MBR on UEFI systems by using a C BIOS wrapper. And after downloading XP, flashing it to my USB drive, making the /EFI/boot folder, dropping CSMWrap.EFI there, and renaming it to bootx64.EFI, I plugged in the USB drive, turned on the Latitude, launched the boot menu, selected my USB drive, and CSMWrap's boot menu appeared. So I chose number 1, my USB drive, and it's just a black screen. Turns out CSMWrap isn't that good at showing MS-DOS low-level video modes, which is probably what XP's blue screen installer uses, so I will have to bypass the installer and manually install XP. So in a virtual machine, I installed XP to the desktop, then put an nvme driver so XP will recognize my drive, then capture the installation to a WIM file with DISM, boot it into Windows PE, and yes, this time I'll stop using CSMWrap and I'm actually going to be doing this on the UEFI bootloader. So I use diskpart to partition the drive, then I use DISM to extract the install.wim to my C drive, and then I copied over EFI files and the boot files from 7/Vista, and I found this wonderful tool called FlashBoot Pro. It's some kind of EFI file that actually translates the video modes for UEFI on older operating systems, so I also used that. And then I restarted it and the boot manager appeared, but after clicking enter, it was Winload.EFI.
Hey, I'll come look at this.
So basically, Winload is a file which is responsible as the gateway for Windows. It starts the kernel, the drivers, and transition from boot, but there's two versions of it, the EXE and EFI. If it was legacy, it would look for the EXE one, but because it's UEFI, it wants the EFI version. But the problem is that XP never had an EFI version. So obviously stock XP never had a single EFI file, but Windows Vista built 5270, I believe, and some post reset builds of Windows Longhorn is shared a lot with Server 2003 x64, and these post reset builds actually did have Winload.EFI, as Microsoft is experimenting with EFI, and in theory this should be close enough where it works with XP as well. So I'm gonna try dropping that file on there, but then I was doing some more research. I found this custom Windows XP 64-bit ISO for the Surface Pro 1 with UEFI Class 3 and a pre-made BCD. Hell yeah, dude, this is literally everything I need. So I downloaded this quickly, flashed it to my USB drive, booted it, and then I saw the Windows 10 PE. From there, I did all the same stuff I did, right? Flashed the install.wim with DISM, copied over the EFI files, configured the BCD, and after rebooting, I saw the boot manager, and I selected XP, and this is what I saw. Just another black screen. But then I tried this. I pressed the caps lock and num lock keys, and I noticed that I'm not able to toggle the light on and off. And these keys are actually not controlled by the BIOS, they're controlled by the OS kernel, which means if I cannot control them, it has to be a blind BSOD, and I feel like it's an inaccessible boot device. But then after more troubleshooting, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna remove the nvme drive, and instead I'm gonna put in a SATA drive to see if it will maybe fix the issue. So I opened up the laptop, removed the nvme, and then I booted back into the Windows PE and did all the same stuff again, and this is what happened when I booted it this time. Boot manager does show up, That is not a good sign. You won't believe this. Look. Caps lock and num lock response. This is good. Okay, so this is what I saw though. Okay, Windows plus R, desk.cpl, desk.cpl. Enter, then I think tab 4 times, right 4 times, tab and right. 3, 2, 1. If this works, I swear. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Dude! Dude! Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Dude, what? Dude! Yup, it actually worked. Windows XP is now installed. Oh my gosh, is this actually real? Oh my gosh. The trackpad and keyboard actually works. And also, why is it at 1080p? Like, even 1080p works. The trackpad is slow, but I think I could fix that. Let's drag this to the bottom here. Dude, what? Why? This isn't fair. What? This Surface Pro. Is this actually like real XP? This is just nuts. What? Let's check out the properties here. Yeah, this is literally real. This is literally real. What? What? Dude, I actually did it. Windows XP on modern hardware. This was easier than Longhorn. This was way easier than Longhorn, but now I'm going to be downloading the full version of Snappy Driver Installer to see what drivers I can find. So this is just the offline version I'm downloading and then putting it into the XP drive. Alright guys, so Snappy Driver Installer. Look how many drivers I found. Look at this. Oh, wait, UHD graphics? No way this will work. This will not work, right? Dell touchpad, that's not going to work. I don't think any of this is going to work. Okay. And that stuff works. I'm gonna just select it all. But I'm gonna unselect the touchpad. I don't want to break the touchpad because I tried installing this in a previous video with like Windows 7 and that didn't go well. So I'm just gonna ignore this. So, okay, I guess let's do it. An error, obviously, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna restart it now. See what will happen. This is amazing. Look at that. The login screen works. It's gonna show a black screen for a little bit, but then it's actually gonna show up. Oh no, that's not good. Wait, what? Just delete this driver. Hopefully that will fix it. No way, so I got micro SD cards working now. My hard reader actually works now. I found a driver for that with the Snappy. So look what happens if I plug the SD card into the computer. If I insert it, look at what happens. It shows up. So hey, USB ports don't work, sound doesn't still work, but hey, at least now I have an easy way to transfer files, so I don't have to keep going into Windows PE. So look at that, SD card works. This is amazing. Okay guys, so I pretty much got it to work as much as I can get it to work. So I'm gonna now show you the final install. Turn it on here. So if I choose my hard drive, right, it will show that Windows 7 style boot manager. Click enter for XP. It will show a black screen because it's not able to like show the boot animation, but it will definitely then display the login screen. So it will be on the screen for like a few minutes, for a few seconds before then it shows the full UI. There we go, look at that. Windows XP. I have the classic theme set. I'm just gonna change it back to the bliss for now, the normal theme. Yeah, look at that. It looks amazing. 1080p works, right? Full 1080p trackpad works, and the keyboard does work, but USB ports do not work. There is just no USB drivers. Sound also doesn't work. I couldn't find any USB or sound drivers, so that's not gonna work. No, not even the aux. The Wi-Fi won't work because it's CNVIO. That's only for Windows 10 and up. But micro SD card slot does actually work, as you saw previously. Haven't tried Ethernet yet, but I don't think it's worth trying that right now. But surprisingly, the battery indicator works. Look at that. It's actually able to like read my battery percentage. That's actually awesome. But dude, I can't believe it's already working this far. Like, it's a miracle this is even working. Like 1080p full. Get to the properties here, as you can see. 1080p is actually the only graphics option too. I can't even go any lower or higher, but well, 1080p is obviously my max. But yeah, 1080p is working. All full colors. It's just beautiful. Then appearance, Windows XP style. What color seems like olive green? What does that look like? Oh, there's your start menu. Of course, you got Windows Media Player. Everything is very fast, that's for sure. Like, look at that, how fast it is. Express finish. And bam, there's Windows Media Player. It looks like the look at it. It looks like kind of the Vista version, right? It has like the Vista-ish theme, the arrow theme. That's awesome. Go to properties, my computer. Look at that. Windows XP on the Core i7-8665U, 16 GB of RAM. Opening up Paint. Subscribe to my channel. 3D pinball. As you can see, I'm playing some pinball here. Works awesome. There's a classic theme now, working natively on here. Honestly, there's your start menu. Very, very good. Obviously, there's no bunch of drivers. You know, sound doesn't work, Wi-Fi doesn't work, no internet, no USB, no GPU drivers as well. But yeah, I'm surprised this works. Closing the lid does nothing. Right, the screen still stays on, but pressing the power button also does nothing. But it does shut down. So I'm gonna shut it down right now. We turn off the computer. It turned off. It's able to shut down fine. Look, safe mode also works. If I try safe mode here, it's gonna load all the files. And as you can see, safe mode booted up perfectly fine. There's safe mode, so I'm gonna log off here. And this is what the login screen looks like. Very nice. If I type a password here, welcome. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna turn it off now. So I hope y'all enjoyed watching this video. This was a success, honestly. I'm surprised this worked. But yeah, thank y'all for watching so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and give me some more video ideas next. So yeah, thank y'all for watching, guys. Peace out.